Alright guys, so I'm going to jump straight into it. We are going straight to the patch notes. I'm going to fly through this as much as possible while capitalizing on all of the major points so you don't miss out. This new update will be going live on September 21st for most people, and for everyone else, it'll be going live on September 20th, which is basically tomorrow by the time you see this video. First things first, we're getting a brand new dungeon and main quest. You do have to complete the previous main quest line in order to play it, and the dungeon itself, it's going to be the Butcher, which is actually pretty sick, and a Diablo 4 character, in case you're curious. Actually really just in Diablo in general, but pretty cool to see him in Diablo Immortal. Looking forward to that. And then these are the types of mobs that we'll see in it. So they will, I mean, it goes into great detail in here. I'll put a link in the description below as if you want to read the whole thing. But yeah, the Cult of Terror is looking to unleash some serious nightmares, apparently. Alley of Blood. So they are changing PvP in a pretty dramatic way when it comes to the Shadow and Immortals. So it's not removing the old PvP, it is just giving us an additional way of getting buffs for either the Shadows or the Immortals for the first 3 weeks of a new Immortal reign. This new PvP is going to be 8v8, and it is going to be a singular lane. So think of like, gosh, what was that League of Legends, like all random, all mid, whatever it is, ARAM, there you go, all random, all mid. So basically the same thing, except it's 8v8, and then they're coming out with another option to play this for the general public, which is going to be free to play, no gyms, no resonance, no anything like that. And that's going to be, I think 4v4 is what they said, so a little bit less, but pretty cool nonetheless. And there's going to be towers you essentially have to take over, so very much ARAM specific. Honestly, it looks sick. Cannot wait to see what this looks like, but that's just the first change that is coming for the Immortals as well as the Shadows. So deciding your role, there's actually specific skills that you can pick up in this new mode, which is pretty sick. So you got Focus, Siege, Skirmish, and Support, all of which will change your dynamic. You can only have 2 players that have each of those, so pretty strategic options or decisions are going to have to be made to really get the most wins you can. So the Champions marks, basically the more people you kill, in order the more things you do that are better in that game mode, the bigger and stronger you're going to be getting, but then every time you die, you'll be losing some of those marks. So pretty interesting there. Again, this is what Alley of Blood looks like, very much ARAM centric. Coming out on top of the 8v8 Shadow War. Again, 8v8 is what it is. And then the Vigil of Blades is the new type of function of the Rite of Exile. So again, first 3 weeks you're gonna be able to do this in order to get new buffs for you and your clan. So yeah. And then everyone can showcase it, and I think this is the one that comes out on the 21st. All characters level 60 can participate. It is a 4v4 version, so much smaller. 3 new legendary gems. The 1-star is basically going to be continual damage done is increased by 16%, and continual damage taken is reduced by 4%. Whereas the 2-star gem, Viper's Bite, is going to be damaging enemies poisons them with Viper's Venom, causing them to take 45% base damage plus 120 damage every 6 seconds. Enemies inflicted with Viper's Venom also have their attack speed reduced by 6%, cannot occur more often than once every 20 seconds, and that's at rank 10. That's rank 10 for all of these. I should have led with that. This is actually a really good 2-star legendary gem, and this will be making my new top tier list for free to play, so plan on saving your AST runes to get this. The 5-star is basically the Lightning Core on crack. Essentially, dealing damage conjures a Void Spark for 6 seconds. While the Void Spark is active, dealing damage has a 30% chance to unleash lightning that chains up to 8 enemies, dealing 110% base damage plus 446 to each enemy, and your attack speed is increased by 16%. Cannot occur once every conjuring a Void Shard cannot occur can only occur once every 20 seconds. Modify your drop tables. You can try to get these new legendary gems, which I definitely would recommend. They're pretty good. Champions Revolt limited time event. There's a bunch of events basically coming that allows you to do the things you would be doing anyway, and then get stuff for it. This is one of those events. All right, that's the first one. Season 18 Battle Pass. I'm not going to watch the video. It's really short, but really sick. So basically, everything is going to be themed around the Butcher, which is pretty sick. Honestly, I think my favorite is going to be the Crusader, but honestly, the Barbarian in the front here looks pretty cool as well. I don't think they showcase the Demon, the Blood Knight, but something to look forward to there. And this will be coming out on September 28th. All right. Darkness Destiny Phantom Market. This is the new $170 skin. I have no interest in it. Some people might. The skins do look really good. I will lead with that. And honestly, I mean, good for you if you can get it and if you want to. Hopefully they change the dynamic of it so it's not as expensive, but I don't think they will. So I'm going to skip it. And that is coming out on the 21st of September. So as soon as this goes live, it will then, be live. Now, this is all the different drop chances for the first drop. It will obviously get better after your first drop, but basically there is a 1/10% chance of getting the best part in the very beginning. So yeah, returning events. Recruit a Friend doesn't do much for anyone, but it's coming back. Hungry Moon, we all know we love it, we hate it, whatever it is, you like it, you get free stuff for doing stuff you would be doing anyway, and there's that. Fractured Plane coming back, love that. They've actually lowered the levels in the Fractured Plane from 15 to 12. They said that in the developer's note that it was taking way too long for people to finish it, which makes a lot of sense. Challenge rooms have a higher chance of appearing. Don't know what that means, but it sounds pretty cool. Chaotic chests can be obtained repeatedly. All right, cool. Shady Stock, love this, really good, especially if you're on a new class, which I would highly recommend doing since we have that, you can change every single day. Use that to your advantage when it comes to Shady Stock. 5-head. Trials of the Warrior sounds really cool, right? Well, it's basically just another one of those events that you're gonna be doing daily challenges tasks to get more stuff for. So it is what it is, but again, looks pretty cool. And then you get different tiers for different things, and you can get up to 3 legendary items and 2 random set items. So still good, but just again, one of those things that you're going to be doing anyway. You just get rewarded for doing it. Pretty normal to most mobile games. Conqueror's coming back. Love it. No big changes there, but it isn't coming out until October 6th, and it's only going to last until October 13th. So pretty short there. Pearls of the Fin. Fin. Yep, basically that's it. Another one of those events, October 7th, that you do things in the game and you will get rewarded for it. So featured updates. Legendary gems can now be upgraded in smaller increments starting at rank 5. So basically you can now, whenever you get a piece of a upgrade for a legendary gem, you can now upgrade that legendary gem with that piece, but you will not get the full resonance. We don't actually know if we'll be getting any incremental resonance from that, partial upgrade, but it is very key to note this is not a nerf or a lower of the overall gems required for the update. Good to know. Skill interruption. Abilities with short cast times like Crusader's Holy Banner and Fist of the Heavens will no longer be interrupted. Okay, buff to the Crusader. Random Dungeon Finder. Basically, you will now be able to queue into the Random Dungeon Finder to get a dungeon faster. Doesn't matter what dungeon it is. You don't get to pick. It's random. That's thus the name. So basically, if you're going in just to do your dailies, this will be the fastest way of doing it. I like this a lot. First kill of the day rewards. Massive buff here. Rare crest, 1 charm, 1 random legendary item, 200 hilts, 5 Asmar keys, 1 random normal gem, and then 1 random 1-star legendary gem. So not bad there. Rite of Exiles can now strive to earn a blessed reign by successfully defending the crown for 7 weeks. During the first 3 weeks, the top 3 shadow clans in the Immortal will battle each other for the new Vigil of Blades game mode to earn a bonus damage and life during the Rite of Exile. So yeah, there's that. What else? Battleground idle changes. They've again slowed it down to make it so it's I guess easier to win for offense. They do this all the time. It's either they slow it down, they speed it up, they slow it down, they speed it up, but they did it the opposite way than they did last time. So there's that. Immortal Vault defense rewards. This is actually pretty good. You can now earn up to 200 hilts for successfully defending the vault. Basically, now it's so much more worth it now to defend the vault than it ever was before. The weekly cap has been increased to 1,400 hilts. Immortal daily quests have been updated and revamped to improve the overall experience. Don't know what that means. I heard in a different way that it'll be weekly quests that you can do, so you can pick when you do it. Don't know if that's true or not. We'll have to see what it is when the patch goes live. Immortal clan changes. So basically, Essentia is going away. And then as a result, the Shadows and Immortals will now fight over vault supplies in the raid and defend the vault activities, which is pretty cool. Immortal Cloak upgrades. This is honestly really fire. So the only way you can unlock these is if you have defended the crown for all 7 weeks. So you can see at which point you get all the different crowns here. So 4 weeks, 7 weeks, 10 weeks, 14 weeks, 21 weeks, 28 weeks, 42 weeks. But the most important thing to note here is that you keep it. After your reign, you get to keep it, which is really sick. I mean, look at that final one. It is massive. And imagine that with your wings. It's going to look so cool if you have wings. But yeah, that looks really awesome. And of course, look at the name here, Cloak Hype. Adequately named, honestly. So Shadow Assembly, we've received a lot of feedback about basically they're going to be adding a second Shadow Assembly. I assume you can only participate in 1, but it will now be from 12 to 2 and 7 to 9. Shadow War start times have been pushed back to 7:30, and the preparation phase has been reduced to 5 minutes. Thank God, it was entirely too long, and it was just really annoying to deal with. Almost done here. Shadow Daily Quests. Shadows will now have 21 tasks to complete each week instead of 3 tasks each day. So you're going to be having less total tasks to do in general, but yeah, there's that. Elder Rifts, we are adding 8 new Elder Rift modifiers. They're there. Unlocking new zones has changed. Hero's Journey has been revamped. Warbands, you can now basically do warband activities in order to catch up, which is pretty sick, and you don't have to be in a warband in order to get to do Defensive Krygar or Purge the Depths. Both of these will now be accessible through West March, which is a pretty awesome buff there. But then also, really important thing here, players that are just starting will receive up to 5 times bonuses that will decrease as they get closer to the limit, which is really good to help as a catch-up mechanic big thumbs up there. They're also unveiled 12 new pages for the bestiary. UI changes to immortal rewards. That needed to happen a long time ago. That's fine. The major update introduces seasonal Prodigy's Path. The Prodigy's Path refreshes every season. The seasonal Prodigy Pass will be available on October 6th, 3 a.m. server time until January 6th server time. Interesting. Unlocks with players of Paragon level 140. Players can win rewards increasing 5 level. So basically the new Prodigy's Path, but it's will be seasonal, which makes a lot of sense. The loadout slots in the armory have increased from 5 to 10. The capacity of gems in your inventory have increased from 40 to 80. Lol, we basically got more bag space before Diablo 4 did. Omega lol in the chat. Players now have a 30% damage reduction bonus in all Accursed Tower matches. That makes a lot of sense. Reward chests and dungeon runs with 4 players will now automatically open. Thank you. So no more DCing and not being able to get through chests. It will just open automatically. That should have been done a long time ago, but I really, really do love that change. New servers will provide players with experience bonus until they reach the max level. This bonus begins 2 weeks after the server goes live. Cool. That's it. And so we kept it right around 11 minutes. So smash the like button if you like my basically sped through version of everything important in the patch. And let me know in the comments below what you were looking forward to most. And until next time, lock it in.